YouTube world? My name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel for everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing something very interesting. Today, we're doing my top 5. Well, today is my first day of winter break, which means it finally starts the winter movie season for both 2021, but also 2022, since spring break doesn't start until March. So, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my top 5 most anticipated movies of the winter movie season with 2021, but also 2022 involved. Just before we get started with that, I just want to say, you're probably wondering, where is my Spider-Man No Way Home review? And the reason why I haven't posted it yet is because I'm not gonna be able to post it. I understand that's very shocking because I've talked about it a lot, and I'm like, if you're close friends of mine, you're probably knowing like, oh my gosh, how can you're so excited for this movie, but how are you not reviewing it? It's not my fault. I just couldn't download the review, and because the movie is so good, I tried to do it again, and like it came out different times, and I couldn't download it. So we'll see what happens this Christmas if I get something like a computer. Since we'll see what happens this Christmas if I get something technological that I can actually download everything on. But with that, but if you want to check out my thoughts on Spider-Man No Way Home, go on Letterboxd, or you'll see my thoughts on it in future videos and rankings. With that said, let's start the video. Okay, so if you guys know me, for the past 3 weeks, I have been watching all 3 Matrix films. The first one I thought was very good. Incredible action, interesting concept, and great cast. The second film doesn't really do much great, but I thought the action was even better, and it actually got characters involved more in the action. The third film is easily the weakest, and the action, there's not really much I like about that film. But this movie, because I feel like that when you have a franchise where where the main character was like very young back then, because Keanu Reeves is very older now, kind of like in his John Wick days. There's something interesting about that, of exploring his character many years after the Matrix Revolutions. And I think that's gonna be very interesting. Along the way, same lines, recasting Morpheus is kind of cool with the guy that played Black Manta in Aquaman. You're also bringing just some great cast. I think you're bringing Agent Smith back. Just the whole movie looks interesting. Some of the action looks pretty cool. So I'm excited to see this movie. Okay, so for me, this is a movie. Now, I have not seen any of the first 2 Kingsman films, and I'm down I'm gonna see it next week. But the reason why I'm excited for this movie so much is because there's just a lot of stuff that, like, when I was watching the trailers for this movie, the action just looks absolutely incredible. With a sword and a gun and a sword just looks so cool. Fighting with, like, umbrellas and canes and stuff. The action just looks absolutely incredible. And the movie just looks interesting, and a little bit like X-Men First Class, which I've heard a lot about that's what the movie feels like. It's like X-Men First Class. So I thought that was pretty cool. But overall, I don't think that this movie is... I'm not going to see that movie, but I'm pretty sure when I do, and I've seen the first 2 Kingsman films, I'm going to be pretty satisfied. Now, if you know me, I'm a huge fan of the original Scream. I haven't seen any of the other sequels. I don't know why. I just never really thought of doing that. I probably will be watching Scream 2 next week. We'll see what happens in my schedule. But I just love the original Scream, and some of the other movies have gotten praise. And the trailer for this one looks pretty good. The fact that they're actually bringing back Sidney Prescott is cool. And one of my criticisms with Halloween Kills is that it felt like it looked like it was trying to be an action movie. And when Michael Myers was getting beaten up, it worked. But with this movie, I feel like that it actually looks like an action movie, and I think it does work. And I don't know why. I just think it works in that aspect. So I'm very excited to see this movie. Then we have Sing 2. If you know me, I'm a huge fan of the original Sing. That film is like a movie that slaps. It's my second favorite Illumination film, the first one being The Secret Life of Pets, just because that movie's very enjoyable and it has some great themes and stuff, and you actually get to learn the relationship and stuff, and it's just a cute movie. But this one looks very interesting to me because it's bringing up the stakes. They're introducing a lot more characters, getting another great cast with Letitia Wright, who also played Shuri, who is having trouble at the moment with playing Black Panther right now. There's just a lot of great things to go with this movie, and I'm also curious to see where this Lion character goes, because when it comes to old characters that are famous for quitting a legacy, characters like this feel like they always work, where they start out grumpy, but in the end they have satisfaction. And even though we've seen that in many movies like Peter B. Parker and Into the Spider-Verse, I'm pretty sure this could be another great example of how to do great storytelling with this character. But who knows? But yeah, that's really I have to say for Sing 2. But we have one honorable mention before we get into number 1, and the first honorable mention is Turning Red. So this is Pixar's next movie after Luca, and I think the trailer for this movie, it looks cute, but the idea of just that red pandas are in this family, and so because red pandas are in this family, you turn into a red panda when your blood pressure goes up. I think that's kind of a stupid idea and something I'm not really interested in seeing, but who knows, it might change my mind, so we'll see what happens. But overall, I am excited for it since it is Pixar. Alright, now let's get into my number 1. Now for me, one of my favorite things about DC fandom has been the Batman. All the trailers for this movie have looked absolutely insane. The action with Robert Pattinson just looks easily great. The way that the movie is just so dark. Nothing is lighthearted about this film. It's just a complete dark film. Robert Pattinson nails it as the role of Batman. He nails when he does the action. He nails the look. He the Batman suit being completely destroyed. It all looks great. So for me, this is a film that I'm mostly excited to see, and I hope I see this film because this movie is looks like an absolute watch. So that's my top 5 most anticipated movies of the winter movie season for 2021 and 2022. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6, my TikTok number is Marvel1Fan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my bad section to comment. Also, shooting me is I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same name as Instagram. _6_. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.